You're making your way back to your room after dinner when a familiar enthusiastic face brightens upon spotting you. Sora, I found you at last. I feel like I haven't seen you all week. Yeah, I really haven't seen you in a while. She briefly pouts before breaking out into laughter, unable to hold the exaggerated expression. Have you been looking for me, Prin? She frowns at your formality, and you quickly correct yourself. Anna! If it were up to me, I would always be looking for you. You're much prettier and more interesting than anyone else here. But no, all the stuffy of the stuff Okay, let's try this again. All the stuffy of the stuff shirts, glary, disapproving poof heads say, "You must be diplomatic, Your Highness. Spread your attention, Your Highness." So I've been good, and try to make sure none of my girls are too quick with the stabbing. She sighs dramatically. But I don't like it. Maybe I should just kidnap you and run off somewhere. I don't think you'd be very happy anywhere else outside of Skalt, per Anna. Maybe he say, I suppose. But I heard a rumor you get seasick. Right, so she does get seasick, so it probably wasn't the best idea to take her on the boat. Oh well, she's kind of entertaining though. And Mother won't welcome me back to Skalt unless I do my duty here. You're right, Sora. I will try to be patient. But you, Sora, I heard you had an accident yesterday. If I am to be doing my duty, not spending all my time with you, you're going to have to take better care of yourself. You know, I wouldn't mind telling her, because I pretty much trust her, although maybe that's a wrong impression. She just seems kind of nice. I'd be very, very sad if something happened to you. I'd be sad if something happened to me too. You're definitely the best part of all this diplomacy, Sora. At least I finally get to see you. Maybe now I have the energy to be nice for the rest of the week, day, evening. You laugh at Anna's puppy eyes, but say your goodbyes as you both have evening plans. Plans that you're running late for. Alright, so we failed a whole bunch of stuff, but I guess it's probably besides the point now, so we'll try to get up our history skills a bit more, shall we? Because at least we have to get that up to 50. That's what I know, at least. You read some old history books. A new day dawns. Penelope has invited you to join her in the bedchamber for a private breakfast. A very unusually friendly gesture from a royal. As soon as you walk inside the door, her butler ushering you politely in, you're enveloped in an instantly tight hug. Oh, close up. Oh, Lady Sora, how are you? Yesterday was dreadful, wasn't it? What a horrible accident. I was ever so worried for you. I couldn't even sleep last night. I'm so glad nothing happened to you. I don't know what I would do if... Well, it's too horrible to contemplate. We're fine. Number of options. I do kind of like Penelope. She's a nice girl as well. Not a romance option though, I noticed. But, well. Still could be good friends. I don't know, I feel like she's kind of a bit sensitive. So I kind of like joking around, but then again, I don't know if she would appreciate it. We'll do the joking option just because that's what my personality is. She may not like it so much, but we'll see what happens. Oh, don't say it like that. It's an awful thing to joke about. My apologies, Your Highness. I didn't mean to upset you. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Oh no, you didn't. You're the first friend I made here. I can't laugh at even the teasing mention of losing you. You can't help but think that if she is this upset over your potential accident, it really is for the best that she never find out what it was that it was rather something more deliberate. But oh, you must be starving after your ordeal. Come, sit. Let us have breakfast. I didn't know what you liked, so I ordered a little bit of everything. How kind of you. Hey, how's it going, Lexi? Yes, if we are to eat everything, we really best get started. You join her at her small breakfast table, where she nervously smiles at you until you take your first bite and make exaggerated noises of enjoyment. Let's see. She's fond of flowers. Well, I wonder why she's fond of flowers. Can you take a hint by what's in her hair, maybe? I guess we could ask about what she likes to do in her free time. Try to learn a bit more about her. Why would you ask me about the weather? That's such a bland conversation. Well, I like to go for walks in the garden. I like to listen to music and my stories. My ladies often read to me or play music while we are doing our needlework. I very much love plays in the theater. I'm always thrilled when a troop visits the palace. You manage to engage the princess in a discussion of her hobbies. Soon you're both enjoying your breakfast and conversing comfortably. There's a soft knock on the door and Prince Lyle enters his sister's room, noticing you with surprise. Oh, I'm sorry, Pen. I didn't know you had a visitor. I can come back. No, don't even think of running away, Lyle. There's far too much food for the pair of us to eat. The chivalrous thing for you to do is to join us and save us from this pile of breakfast. He looks at you hesitantly. Yes, please join us. Glancing between the pair of you, he finally gives into his sister's commands and takes a seat. She leans forward and towards you, her eyes sparkling conspiratorially. He has to be ordered into eating breakfast, you know? If we left him to his own devices, he would never eat anything unless it was a state dinner or a social event he can't get out of. Yes, he's a very formal type. We noticed that already. Lyle looks suspiciously between the two of you. What are the pair of you whispering about? Nothing, right, Sora? It's too early in the morning for you to be conspiring against me. Be satisfied it is merely your stomach we're conspiring against, and eat. Otherwise, I make no promises. He shoots her a look that could only be created from one sibling to another, but obliges her by taking a big bite of food. So, Lady Sora, how did you come to be eating with my sister at such an ungodly hour? I invited her, of course, unless you suspect her of breaking into my quarters in an attempt to steal my food. I should have a time of it, with all the food you ordered. I would be stuffed to the seams and dropping pastries with every step. Which is why it's a good thing my brother came. We shall make him eat all of it. The perfect prince actually groaned in horror, much to Penelope's amusement. You shall have to save me, Lady Sora, from the cruel mercies of my sister. Please take pity and eat, or at least hide some of the leftovers under her bed. Don't do that, it'll get ants. It would serve you right, cruel-hearted sister. You're proving to be this morning. You laugh and change the subject. You spend quite the enjoyable breakfast together, the three of you. Between Penelope's endearing natural charm and Lyle's subtle air of confidence, you feel that even spending time with them, some of their strengths have rubbed off on you a little. Well, that's cool. Did it actually boost her stats? Because that'd be nifty. The pair seem regretful when breakfast is over, and it's time for you to return to your other responsibilities. In fact, Penelope has become so attached to you, she seems a little desolate at the thought of being parted, until you promise that you will spend time together again soon. Alright, pretty cool. Yeah, I'm kind of liking these two even more and more each time we interact with them. They're a good duo. I'm curious to see. Nah, still no romance with Lyle, though. I don't know. I guess he just is that difficult. Or maybe there's more to it. I don't know. We'll find out. So, how much did our history go up from that other day when we were spending time training? It's up to 15, so it goes up 5 each time, I think, because we did it twice. Which isn't a whole lot. I doubt we're going to make the quota that we're supposed to get. Yeah, I'll save here. I think what I'll do instead is I'll just explore the castle a bit more and see if we get a new event. So let's try walking around the gardens, maybe. Our poise increased. I guess that's good enough. A new day dawns. You make your way to one of the sunny parlors for your early afternoon tea with Princess Cordelia. She stands gracefully and gives you the exactly appropriate curtsy from someone of her rank to someone of yours. Ah yes, she's the extremely formal one as well. I'll have to play the Lyle route to find out, and I guess so. We'll do that one day. Good afternoon, Lady Sora. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation. I trust you're well. Very well, thank you. And yourself? I'm as well as can be expected considering our rather extraordinary circumstances. We'll be formal with her. Try not to rock the boat. I am also very well. Thank you for inquiring. Please sit. She gestures for you to join her at one of the couches, and as soon as you do, one of the servants has poured and handed you a fresh cup of tea. As soon as she has given you enough time to politely sample your tea, Princess Cordelia smiles pleasantly at you. And how are you enjoying your stay at the Isle? Could use some more excitement? I don't know about that. We've already had our fair share of excitement. It's very unusual to be here, but I've met many pleasant people like yourself, and I found it a worthy endeavor. That sounds pretty good. Much the same, although truthfully, I find the rules here more easily adapted to than the rather impetuous social natures of gatherings at home. Yeah, it seems she's more of a fit for this place than she is back home, where it's a bit more, rough. The conversation reaches a pause. You gather it's your turn to introduce the topic. Talk about her health. That's an odd topic. Discuss fashion. Attempt to draw her out and make a real connection. Yeah, everything's been so stuffy and stiff with her. I wonder if we can manage to do that. We'll have to give it a try, at least. I'm very happy you invited me to tea, Your Highness. I've really been hoping to get to know you better. She smiles a little bashfully. I am very happy you accepted. You have a brief but enjoyable conversation with the princess over tea. As soon as the socially appropriate interval for tea has come and ended, the princess stands up and thanks you for agreeing to spend some of your day with her. You curtsy and say your farewells. Left with a distinct impression, it will take some work to get Princess Cordelia to relax enough around you that she doesn't behave exactly as proper manners dictate in every interaction. Yeah, it'll take some time, but we'll make progress. Still, having spent some time in her company, you feel like some of her good manners and careful speech have rubbed off on you. Nice. So we got some bonus for that as well, I guess. Alright, doing pretty well so far, I think. A few smiles and choice words, and you have found that a fresh shipment of spices and fruits for the Isle kitchens is coming in this evening from a Corval trading ship. Yep, catching up on everyone's going to the Rapture. Yeah. We're probably going to upload another part of that tomorrow, and then Cinders as well, we have to do some more recordings for. But I'm glad to hear that people are liking it. Considering your little present last week, this is exactly the sort of opportunity that you need in order to find some more information. You declare you are in need of some fresh air before dinner, and your walk just happens to take you by the way of the docks. Now that's right, there was something with the docks, like we're getting information from some of the sailors, I think, right? Or something like that? I don't remember. Upon chancing upon some of your countrymen, it'd be very rude not to stop and say hello, wouldn't it? So you ask about their journey, comment on the strange weather surrounding the Isle, and commend them on their bravery for chancing it. As for any interesting news from home. Finally, when they have warmed to you and the opportunity feels right, you come to the purpose of your little walk. I came across the most unusual scent the other day, Captain. Oh? Yes, it was some sort of incense, I believe, and I found it very interesting. I doubt it was native to the Isle, and if anyone knows how something interesting and valuable made its way here, why, who better than such talented merchants such as yourself? You flatter us, my lady. I'd be very interested to learn the source, Captain, and of course, very grateful. For a fine lady such as yourself, we shall keep our ears open, shan't we, lads? Why, thank you. I knew I could count on such a brave, enterprising crew of my countrymen. Satisfied, you have managed a good evening's work. You talk of small nothings for a little longer before heading back inside for dinner. Alright, let's see. All the times we explore the castle, it seems like it's a random chance of it being successful, so I'm kind of curious to see if we... Oh, here we go. This is someone you haven't interacted much with. You find Lady Avely sitting in the gazebo, staring out into the distance. Spotting you, she gives you a wry smile and invites you to sit. After the pair of you sit together a while, you feel a little closer to her, if no closer understanding her. I thought it was going to be a bit of a longer scene, but it was rather short, actually. Ah, well. Let's see. Penelope is my waifu, don't touch her. Alright, let's see what happens on this new day. Rhea has woken you up earlier than ever. Let me try that one more time. Rhea has woken you up earlier than even the sun. Today is the ship races. Oh, time for that. So this is going to be like the big challenge this time around. And you'll have to get ready and leave early to get to the lake on time. After a quick breakfast, you're too sleepy to eat. You're escorted to the lake. Despite the early hour, you're not the first one to arrive at the lake. While most of the people who have arrived early seem inert with sleepiness, oh, here we go. One of the most active is the Grand Duke Woodley, who is busy supervising the preparations. By chance, he happens to look up at the same time you spy him, and your eyes meet. Not looking away from you, he turns to one of the staff he's working with and says something. Then he's walking towards you. Alright guys, what do you think about this guy? He's rather intriguing, don't you think? I don't know what he's up to, but he's definitely involved in some of the larger happenings in this game, anyway. Why, good morning, Lady Sora. I am both delighted and surprisingly unsurprised to see that you have arrived on time, even at such an early hour. You'd be surprised how few delegates can manage that, especially after a week as busy as yours has been. Woodley is a romance option? Oh man, that's awesome. Then I'm definitely gonna have to do that at some point. Only because he's like such an odd person, and I really want to see what happens with him. I'm so happy to hear that. Alright, let's see. He reminds me of like a Tyrion Lannister type character. Like he's very sarcastic, and he's like very involved in like the workings of things behind the scenes. And yeah, he's really cool. Let's see. He kind of likes jokes and subtle barbings. I guess we'll try this one. I kind of like the sarcastic option. But if you hadn't, then I would have missed the opportunity to speak with you, which would have been a greater pity. I must say, Lady Sora, I was a little worried that you might find things here at the summit difficult, but I am pleased to see you are proving perfectly capable of taking care of yourself. Thank you, Your Grace. I am a quick learner. A very useful trait here, I agree. Well, this has been a lovely interlude, but I'm afraid I can see they need me back already. The Grand Duke reaches down to take your hand and gives it a quick kiss. Oh man. Until next time, Lady Sora. Then he is off, back doing whatever it was he was doing with all the busy servants and staff, leaving you to your own devices again. You look quickly around before spotting someone else you know. Never has the title of his choice, Captain, suited Hammond better than as you see him, surveying the boats in the lake and studying the water and wind. After looking up to see you standing there, he waves and walks up to you with a cheerful grin. I'm prepared to sail under your banner, Glitter. It should be interesting to be following someone else's orders for a change. I'll try my best to live up to your example. Come now, you should be aiming to be better than me in every possible way. Ah, Glitter. I'm surprised how excited I am for this. It is the lake, not the sea, but it'll be me, the boats, water and the winds again. It's been barely 2 weeks, but I've surprised myself with how much I miss them. It's not so surprising. Many of the delegates are suffering from homesickness. But that is what surprises me the most, I think. If you would have asked me, I never would have said my ship felt like home. And yet, since I've been away from it, you felt loss. Perhaps. Or perhaps I was lost all along, and having a ship allowed me to ignore it. For someone who claims to be very excited, you become awfully melancholy. True enough, but you'll have to forgive me, Glitter. I very nearly lost an important treasure the other day, and it's left me thinking far more than my usual wont. With such a perfect opening like that, you truly expect me to resist teasing you on how little that might be. And yet here you have. You are a treasure among treasures, Sora. When I win the race, I will dedicate my victory to you. When? When? Aren't you glad we are on the same team? We can win together. Speaking of which, if I am to turn you into my Lady Victory, I had best finish my preparations. The winds will bring us back together soon. He's so awesome. With a cheerful smile that shows none of his confessed pensiveness, Hammond waves and walks off again. As the sun slowly begins to show its warm face, more and more of the delegates stumble to the lake in various states of wakefulness. We can only hope that everyone else is too tired to compete. Soon it is time for the teams to begin gathering. Your team starts to gather as all the delegates who have accepted your invitation make their way to your side. Earl Emmett bounds up to you with far too much enthusiasm for the hour. Oh, I'm so excited, Lady Sora. I've never been in a boat race before. It should be a memorable experience. Princess Cordelia gracefully walks to your side and curtsies her greetings. Good morning, Lady Sora. I believe it'll be an excellent day to sail. Prince Hammond waves to many of his countrymen, who appear disappointed he won't be leading their team as he makes his way to you. Well, if it isn't the loveliest captain I have ever had the pleasure of serving under. Hello again, Glitter. May the winds be at our back today. Princess Annalie shakes off Lord Blaine from her arm again, and happily rushes to where you're standing. Ah, good morning, Lady Sora. Let us beat everyone and show them our glory, yes? Your team now fully assembled, the lot of you get into one of the boats and settle into positions and push into the lake, waiting for the signal to begin. The horn blows and you're off. The race is officially started. As everyone starts to row, it becomes clear someone is going to have to take charge and call out the orders and timing. What do you want to do? Well, I mean, of course we'd like to show off, but we also have to play to our strengths, and that means taking into consideration that other people are more suited to this task than we are. So we probably should hand things off to Hammond, since he knows best for, being a captain, and we have very little experience with that. So I'll say first of all, and we'll see. Yep, it does do Hammond. At your nod, Hammond quickly takes over, and his skill at command and experience both show as your team begins to pull into the lead. Just as you're beginning to get a feel for the rowing and racing, your ship gets caught on something and starts to turn to the wrong direction. Uh-oh. What do you want to do? Hammond will probably know, right? So we'll trust him to go with it. I think we'll do that for now. After waiting, giving you the chance to solve the problem yourself, Hammond shrugs and deftly frees your ship. You've only lost a little time. You and your team race on, having passed the halfway mark. Your arms begin to tire, and you can feel sweat gathering at the back of your neck. Yes, as a true leader, we know best how to delegate our work. But you're not the only one. Everyone is starting to feel the strain. What do you do? Improve morale myself, or let someone else on the team do it. Should we delegate again? I don't know. Oh, you know who we have on our team? We have, what's his name? And he's always a cheerful type, so I wonder if we could pick him to do it. Oh, it does it automatically. Okay, good. Earl Emmett interrupts everyone's sour silence by telling a good-natured, self-deprecating joke. The mood lightens and morale improves some. As you draw closer and closer to the finish line, two things become clear. First, it's going to be a very close race, and second, at the final stretch, it is experience that shows more than anything. Although nominally you're in charge, having the experienced Captain Hammond on your ship has greatly helped your team. In something of a surprise, despite her dislike of the lifestyle of her Heisei relatives, Princess Cordelia is actually extremely handy on her ship and has helped a lot. Princess Annalie might have more experience commanding from land than sea, but she's proven a boon to your team nonetheless. The horn blows again, and it's done. The race is over. Oh, the suspense. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I'm gonna wait a second and let you guys soak it in for a second. Alright, let's see. Oh no! Although you and your hardworking team give it your best shot, in the end you don't manage to win. Really? In the end, the victory goes to the team made mostly of the Heisei delegates. Wait, don't we have the Heisei delegates on our team? I'll have to check that. Hold on a second. We have, like, both of them on our team. I think there was only two. Right, because it's Hammond is from Heisei, and Cordelia is from Heisei. How did we lose? No one else is from Heisei, are they? So what do they mean, the other delegates from Heisei? Well, whatever. Maybe that's just the default text if you lose. It says Heisei. Oh man, I thought we really did our best and we're gonna win that one. I'm so disappointed. Yeah. Well, I don't know who the other Heisei delegates are. Whatever, I guess we're just sour losers. I do not like losing, pretty Sora, but I do like you, so I'll declare today a draw. If I had to lose, Glitter, at least I lost defending your honor, or something like that, right? We may not have won, but I still had fun, Lady Sora. Thank you for inviting me to join your team. No, Hammond was on our team. There's a Hammond clone. Oh no! I guess because they didn't have anyone else, they just cloned him for the team. Ah well. I hope you'll not take this to heart. Sailing is not so easy as my cousins make it to look. Even as you walk past the cheers and camaraderie of the winning team, you head back into the castle knowing this is only one failure, and you still have many more challenges at the summit that will define you. Oh well. I guess we were supposed to do some of that ourselves, but I felt like we were best delegating that to the others. Oh, boo. Oh, well.